Systems analysis is another way of looking at performance. Method study is one way of looking at performance. Systems analysis is another way of looking at performance. Systems analysis is an analysis of the procedures and information flows during a particular process. This has become more and more important as the environment has become more and more turbulent, and as economic activity has become more and more complex. Because complex economic activity in a turbulent environment gives rise to enormous scope for the application of systems analysis. What are the steps involved in systems analysis? Investigate the current system. Prepare specifications for the new system. This is important because this specification will reflect what will be the importance given to various other aspects in the new system. Then design the new system on the basis of this specification. Implement the new system. Now, this is the systems analysis approach to a particular problem, right? So, a method study approach is one kind of approach. Systems analysis approach is another kind of approach. Now, value analysis is yet another kind of approach to reviewing activities. Value analysis is really a question of reducing cost, right, in achieving a particular objective. Now, how is cost reduced? The cost is reduced by removing unnecessary cost elements. Historically, value analysis has begun in products. A product would have several features attached to it, right? However, to achieve an objective, to achieve the objective of that product, what do customers really want from that product? You don't really require all those features. Some of those features are more important and some are less important. So the less important features are removed. The more important features are retained. That is value analysis. In value analysis, you define the product's function, right? Then you record components of the product and function. You record the cost of each component. You design alternatives eliminating components, and you evaluate the alternatives. For instance, if you're talking about now this product value analysis was typically applied historically for products, right? Therefore, let me give you a product example. If we are talking about a sofa, right? Now, what is the function of the sofa? Is the function of the sofa to provide a place for a person to sit down, or is the function of the sofa to provide the person a place to sit down and a person to lie down, right? These are two different functions, okay? So we need to define the product's function. Now, we record components of the product and the function of that particular component. For instance, a sofa where people would need to lie down would need to have much stronger cushioning material inside it, right? Okay, this is one component which has the function of providing a even mattress for people to lie down. then there's a cost of each component. This comes at a certain cost. The alternative that you design for a sofa which does not require sleeping as a function would be to remove this component of the cushion, right? To remove that would mean you remove cost too. So you have an alternative which can then be evaluated. So value analysis is really critically a question of examining what is the basic function of that particular product. Now you can apply this concept of value analysis to strategy, just as you can apply method analysis to strategy, just as you can apply systems analysis to strategy, that is, to strategy implementation, right? Strategy implementation is a process to which all these concepts can be applied. Ultimately, how do you improve performance? By improving productivity, by improving quality, and by improving efficiency. Productivity is a question of getting something done in the shortest possible time. Quality is clear to us. Quality is ensuring that the objective is achieved to the fullest. Efficiency is a question of using minimum inputs to get a particular output. These concepts again can be applied to the strategy implementation process. Let's now look at this video on how you can involve your staff in monitoring performance.
There are a number of benefits in involving your staff in monitoring their performance, and these are some of the benefits that you would be selling to them if you wanted to engage them in that process. Take a look at these and I'll talk them through with you. Here's my first point. With the best will in the world, you can only monitor a small sample of your staff's performance, and actually that's all you should be monitoring. If your staff member gets involved in monitoring their own performance, what that will mean is when you come to review their performance, you'll have more information. That means you'll have a wider view, and a wider view is normally a more balanced view. It'll be more balanced because when you review performance, it won't just be from your perspective, it'll be from your perspective and your staff member's perspective. That will mean it will be a fairer view. It also means that your review discussions should be much more of a two-way conversation. If you think about it, if you are the only person doing the monitoring, in the review discussion you are likely to be the person who does most of the talking. So you'll be sitting there going through the outputs from your monitoring methods, talking about what you've seen, talking about what you've looked at, while quite frankly your staff member sits there looking like a bit of a lemon. If you've both got information to bring to the table, you'll get a much better and more two-way conversation. So how do you get your staff member involved in monitoring their performance? You could try these questions.
In this session on review and monitoring, we've looked at various aspects of reviewing an activity. This particular concept of review and monitoring could be applied to the issue of strategy. Thank you.